Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. If you have not subscribed to our channel as yet, please click the subscription button and hit the notification bell to get updates on the latest happenings in the world of sports.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Today we want to take a look at some of the recent developments with the Jamaica Football Federation, the JFF. President Michael Ricketts says that the Jamaica Football Federation has reduced its debt of nearly 200 million to 238 million as of December 2020, almost by a third. Ricketts made the announcement at the JFF's annual general meeting recently in St. Mary. Ricketts also took time out to highlight some of the positive things that he has been doing, which have been taking place under his watch, and why he thinks that the football is headed in the right direction. Ricketts also went on to disclose that having met with the Ministry of Sports, he was looking forward to the resumption of local football and to get the local players back to some semblance of normalcy. He further indicated that the JFF has been working deliberately with the ministries and to try to ensure that they meet the requirements so that football can return to normalcy. In highlighting one of the positives that took place under his watch, Ricketts says he is elated about the progress made by the Premier League Jamaica Interim Committee, a body that he commissioned at the start of 2020. Ricketts is quoted as saying that he asked the president of the Jamaica Olympic Association, Mr. Christopher Samuda, to chair this committee, and we invited members of the Premier League clubs, representatives of the JFF board, and some independent persons to sit on this committee. Ricketts explained that he gave them the mandate to review the existing commercial, operational, and governance structures, policies, and arrangements of the Jamaica Premier League, and recommend proposals for the improvement of these structures, policies, and agreements, and prepare a 3-year business plan over the 2020 to 2021 and 2022-23 seasons. Mike Ricketts also mentioned the formation of the Professional Football Jamaica Limited to drive the commercialization of the league. And over time, all professional competitions as another positive of his tenure. He said that over $100 million in sponsorships and partnerships has been garnered over the last 3 months. So, for all of you out there who have been not giving President Ricketts credit, President Mike Ricketts is letting you all know that he was the one who, under his watch, drives the professionalization of Jamaica's football by forming the Professional Football Jamaica Limited. I wonder what type of shares the JFF has in this organization. But this is a good move. Well done, President Ricketts. The next development that we'd want to bring to your attention, fans, is that the JFF recently met with the local players. This is on the back of the leaked audio conversation between Reggae Boy Damian Lowe and JFF top officials, including the president Mike Ricketts. In the release, the Jamaica Football Federation indicated that a committee put together by President Mike Ricketts met with approximately 20 players in a very amicable atmosphere. The players included Captain Andre Blake and Damian Lowe, tough negotiator he is. They were present. These players were presented with the current JFF financials and brought up to speed with the immediate to medium-term plans for the federation. The players were allowed to ask questions as needed and presented with documents which they will peruse among themselves for 2 weeks Another meeting will then be scheduled. We noticed that the current JFF financials was also shared. It would be interesting for the public to get a hold of those financials as well. I'm sure they'd benefit greatly from the insights that are available. However, one name stands out. Former Cricket West Indies president Whycliffe Dave Cameron has been brought on board to ably assist Mr. Chung in the negotiations. Dave Cameron has previously negotiated multiple player contracts with the West Indies Cricket Board and the West Indies Players Association, but he has a well-documented history of a fractious relationship with some senior players. We hope that this is not on the cards with the Jamaica Football Federation and the current players. JFF President Mike Ricketts, speaking at a Kingston Rotary Club function recently, is quoted in the media as saying the Federation is trying to do the negotiations in a more professional manner. Obviously, in reference that whatever was done before was not too professional. So, what are Dave Cameron's negotiation skills like? Well, let's pull up Dave's contract negotiation resume. According to an ESPN Cricket Info article in April 2016, ESPN writer claimed that Cameron had been painted as an autocrat, strong-willed, and not given to bending to the wishes of others. In person, he comes across as strong-minded, forceful, a persuasive talker. Interesting. End quote. At the time of his departure as president of West Indies Cricket in 2019, Cameron highlighted the professionalization of domestic cricket in the region, the introduction of the Caribbean Premier League, the introduction of retainer contracts and higher player salaries. He also had a cordial relationship with the West Indies Players Association WIPA president, fellow countryman and former West Indies player Wavell Hines. Cameron is reported to say that he had less quote-unquote wranglings, arbitrations and mediations, and of course lower legal fees. However, it is Cameron who also presided over a lot of failed contract negotiations, the most notable being with senior players led by then captain Dwayne Bravo on tour in India in 2014, in which the tour was cancelled after the players walked off of the tour due to a contract dispute. Cricket West Indies reached out for a settlement. Cameron was unable to convince the players to agree to what was being offered and what was being agreed with WIPA, and he was unwilling to meet with players outside of the WIPA arrangement. This tough stance did not go down well with the players, and the rest is history. The West Indies Cricket Board had to negotiate a settlement with the Indian cricket authorities in future tours to offset the liabilities. Cameron, the tough negotiator that he is, also went off in a spat with one of the top West Indies batsmen, Darren Bravo. That didn't go too well. Cameron was trying to put in a performance-based contract, and having told Bravo that at the time he qualified for a lower level contract, a Type C contract, Bravo did not take it too well, and so that became a real public spat. These examples may be worrying news for a cash-strapped JFF. But despite these challenges, over his 3 terms, Dave Cameron was able to galvanize the West Indies team to win major international tournaments, and that's a plus, so there's a light at the end of a tunnel. The question is, in a crucial year for the Reggae Boys, in which we have the Gold Cup competition in the summer and crucial World Cup qualifying games, is Dave Cameron the man to be in the midst of such a critical negotiation? Only time will tell. If you have any thoughts on the comments, read the slashing of the JFF debt, President Ricketts highlighting his work done with Professional Football Jamaica, and also the negotiations between the players and the team appointed by the president to do contract negotiations. Let us hear your comments. What are your thoughts on Dave Cameron, the former West Indies cricket president, being a part of the negotiation teams? Leave us a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.